G'day, it's Matty J. How are we doing today? I'm doing splendid. It's a great day to be alive. Great day to get up and go forth with what we do. The thing that was touching on my mind this morning, I was going for a brief constitution, was Ralph Waldo Emerson quote, "Do the thing and you have the power." There's a lot of times in life where you're sort of thinking, is the time right? Is the time ready? I'll wait till the stars align. I'll wait till I get a bigger sign that sort of says, "Hey, now's your moment." And it's the start that stops most people. It's the hesitancy of the thing. It's the big journey ahead. And it sort of continually strikes you that I'm not escapable from this. Nobody is. Everybody is to some extent always held up in their own head, and they question themselves, and there's that imposter syndrome stuff going on, and you think, is the time right? Is the time now? I don't know. There's always a million reasons not to do something, and so you think, well, stuff it, screw this, let's do it, to quote a great Richard Branson book. Why isn't now the time? Why isn't this the moment where we do just give it a go? And so, look, I've been thinking about doing this, chatting with you kind of on and off for a while. I mean, literally, I talk with people every day about how to improve their life, how to look at a situation. And in a vacuum, in a one-on-one situation, it's fantastic. You're there with the person, you try to connect with them, you build rapport, you build that trust, you collaborate in a safe environment that helps the person that you're working with learn about themselves, learn about life, question things, develop that sense of critical thinking, develop that sense of identity, start building their life on morals and structures that enable them to be okay with who they are and work on the things that they're not okay with, and every day take that step forward to being someone that they're proud to be, being their best version of themselves, or a better version of who they want to be. And obviously I'm in every one of those conversations, and the person changes, and I myself learn and develop and think about what we do. And as a result of this process on and on, where I'm working in a one-on-one or sometimes a group setting in a very specific environment, right? Like, it's geographically located, it's with a certain type of clientele, and I think, well, why aren't these lessons that are universal truths, these things that are about the individual, the member of the community, the member of society, and how this person interacts with all of the different elements that encompass one's life. There are universal truths that are to be told and to be discussed. Well, why don't I expand that from just my day job to who I am as a person in life, and extend that reach as far as it will go? And I don't know how far things will go in life, right? My crystal ball works as well as the next person's. But to think, look, now is the moment where you just start going, all right, well, in what moments can I clean up the world around me? And in my day job, absolutely, that's what I try to do as best as I can. And to think, hey, I've got a bit of a drive between point A and point B from where I live and where I work. So isn't that enough time to clear your head, get ready, geared up for the day? Yeah, it is. And so if I start looking at it that way, going, all right, well, I'm going to start, not to make this incredibly meta and a massive conversation about, I'm finally doing the thing. I've actually had the ability to do this the whole time. Because it's not that simple. You do have these moments where you question yourself, and it's hesitant. And I'm rounding out to my mid-30s, and you sort of think, okay, I've been doing my line of work for over a decade now. And so there's no doubt that I've had the ability to build rapport and talk with people and feel confident in that space. Yet, why is it taking me this long to just do the next step of actually start consistently recording myself talking to you, and to say, it is scary, it is daunting, but change or staying the same, both are pretty hard options. Being morbidly obese, feeling like you're a loser, that's hard. Getting up, going for a walk in the morning, eating healthy, that's also hard. So pick your hard. And if you want to make change in life, do you like being who you are? Question that and think, okay, it's easier to take the path of least resistance to do nothing now. The long-term ramifications of not doing the things that I know I should be doing, the changes I know that I can implement. That's a real struggle. And I'll tell you this now, from years of learning, from years of reading, from years of being a human who has inherited the situation thrust upon them from the knowledge, built on the shoulders of giants, right? The gain you will make from the sacrifice is worth the sacrifice. So whatever change that it is that you're trying to make in life that comes at a cost, pay the cost, and pay the cost now. Do the thing and you'll have the power. There's a whole life out there to be lived where you can be anybody you want to. So pick who that person is. Start molding yourself to be like them. It's never too late. It's the start that stops most people. Let's get up and give it a go. So that's my thought for today. Try to be optimistic, try to be happy, try to be content, try to be accepting. All you can do is try. More or less try to do the right things. That's where I'm at. Feeling pretty good about the day. And I hope that your day is pretty good too.